Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Adopted by General Assembly Resolution 61-106 of December 13, 2006. Article 34. Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. 1. A Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, hereinafter referred to as the Committee, is established, which performs the functions set out below. 2. At the time of entry into force of this convention, the committee shall consist of 12 experts. After 60 more ratifications or accessions to the convention, the membership of the committee increases by 6 people, reaching a maximum of 18 members. 3. The members of the committee shall serve in their personal capacity and shall possess high moral character and recognized competence and experience in the field covered by this convention. When nominating their candidates, states parties are invited to take due account of the provisions set out in paragraph 3 of Article 4 of this convention. 4. The members of the committee shall be elected by the participating states, taking into account equitable geographical distribution, representation of various forms of civilization and major legal systems, balanced gender representation, and the participation of experts with disabilities. 5. The members of the committee shall be elected by secret ballot from a list of candidates nominated by the participating states from among their nationals at meetings of the Conference of the Participating States. At these meetings, at which 2/3 of the states' parties constitute a quorum, those candidates who received the largest number of votes and an absolute majority of the votes of the representatives of the states' parties present and voting shall be elected to the committee. 6. The initial elections shall be held no later than 6 months after the date of entry into force of this convention. At least 4 months before the date of each election, the Secretary-General of the United Nations shall address a letter to the participating states inviting them to submit nominations within 2 months. The Secretary-General shall then draw up a list in alphabetical order of all the candidates so nominated, indicating the states' parties that nominated them, and transmit it to the states' parties to this convention. 7. The members of the committee are elected for a 4-year term. They have the right to be re-elected only once. However, the term of office of 6 of the members elected at the first election shall expire at the end of a 2-year period. Immediately after the first election, the names of these 6 members shall be determined by lot by the chairman of the meeting referred to in paragraph 5 of this article. 8. The election of 6 additional members of the committee shall be timed to coincide with the regular elections regulated by the relevant provisions of this article. 9. If any member of the committee dies or resigns or declares that he or she is no longer able to perform his or her duties for any other reason, the state party that nominated that member shall appoint another expert with the qualifications and requirements provided for in the relevant provisions of this convention for the remainder of his or her term of office. Articles 10. The committee shall establish its own rules of procedure. 11. The Secretary-General of the United Nations shall provide the necessary staff and facilities for the effective performance of its functions by the committee in accordance with this convention and shall convene its first meeting. 12. The members of the committee established in accordance with this convention shall receive remuneration from United Nations funds approved by the General Assembly of the United Nations in accordance with the procedure and under conditions established by the Assembly, taking into account the importance of the committee's duties. 13. Members of the committee are entitled to the facilities, privileges, and immunities of experts on mission for the United Nations, as set out in the relevant sections of the Convention on the Privileges and Immunities of the United Nations.